All right, on that note, we're going to start with an opening statement from Coach.
Yeah, feel very fortunate and blessed to advance. We're excited about the opportunity tomorrow. Have a lot of respect for Gino. I don't know how many of you guys know, but I'm from Ohio. He's from Ohio, and he's an absolute high school legend. For a while, he was the all-time leading scorer in the history of the state of Ohio. He was Mr. Basketball my senior year. A little bit starstruck when I met him in person recently, and he told me he scored all those points because I think he played for his dad. His dad let him shoot it every single stinking time he shot it. But he's a very, very good coach. They've had a rough run of it in terms of injuries. You know, they lose one of their better guards, lose one of their better transfers early on, and just to have his guys fighting late in the season, I think says a lot about him. So tip of the cap to them, and you know, I think our guys did a good job defending. You look at the defensive stats, and they speak to that. The eye test did as well. Looking forward to watching the tape and then turn the page to the winner of this game.
All right, if you have questions in the room, please raise your hand. We'll get you the microphone. If you have questions on Zoom, please use the hand raise feature. I'll go first to Dave.
So Mike, again. Coach, could you address the hot start? You guys jump out of the gun, 22-2 run. What were the keys early on just to getting such a jump on that?
Yeah, we have a very mature team. I've said that many times this year, and typically as a coach, when you're coming off a game, when you beat a team like, you know, we beat them by a very, very wide margin at our place about a week ago, and you worry a little bit about complacency, right? You know, the attention to detail and scouting report and thinking, hey, we just beat these guys by a big margin, it's going to be easy, and our guys didn't do that. You know, came right out of the gates and made some shots, got a bunch of stops, and built a nice lead to start. So ball went in, and we were stringing stops together, and I think that's what led to it.
Questions in the room? In back? And then John.
Coach, kind of going off that, when you open the tournament against the team that you just played, easy, difficult kind of game plan against the team that you just played?
Yeah, like I said, I think the difficult thing is, you know, just you know, your guys' mindset, and they were unbelievable in preparation. You know, those two guards are really, really good. You know, one kid had 30 last night, kid 14, you know, can give you 30 as well. The big kid, the transfer from Stanford, is a load. And they bring, you know, the 6'11" shooter off the bench, and they have a couple good young guards. We knew we had to be on it in terms of defending their scheme, and I think our guys did a good job.
Before we get to further questions, if you're recording on Zoom, please do not stop and start the recording for questions as it plays in the press conference room. Go to John in the back.
Hey Coach, John Titel from Hoops HD. Your 29th win of the season today ties the school record, which was set back in the Trans-America days before Ante was even born. I know you haven't hoisted a postseason trophy yet or made the tournament or anything, but is it start to at least consider this team as one of the best in school history and/or this conference?
That's for another time. That's for a couple months from now, when hopefully my boss, Matt Roberts, lets me maybe go to the beach for a day or two with my wife and drinking a cold Corona, and I can think about that. But right now, it doesn't even cross my mind. But when you mention that, you know, the name that comes to mind is John Kress. John Kress is, you talk about Gino Ford being a legend in Ohio. John Kress in Charleston, you kidding me? He's like an institution. It's like reverence when you say his name. And, you know, for our team to be mentioned in the same sentence as one of his teams is a hell of an honor.
Questions in the room? In front of Matt.
Matt Truckanoi with Herb FM Sports Radio. We'll just talk about your defense and everything. How do you held Stony Brook to only 52 points?
Yeah, you know, the Policelli kid had 30 last night, made 6 or 7 threes, and he is, you know, needs zero space to get his shot off. You know, he was a big focus of the scouting report, and I thought we did a good job of making his looks really, really tough. You know, I felt Stevenson Moore is another guy, as I mentioned before, that can really, really heat up. He was the second guy that we really focused on. And then the big kid, 32 inside, and I thought we did a good job on all three of them.
Any further questions? One more in back. Then Kyle.
This may be the case last year when I came up here to DC. We just the representation kind of looked like our city north. What can you say about the representation out there?
Shame on me for not mentioning that sooner. Many of you know about our venue back in Charleston. In my mind, it's become one of the best college basketball atmospheres in the country. The last 3/4 of the year, every seat has been sold out. We refer to it as the six man. It's TD Arena, touchdown. It's another story, but and it's been an unbelievable atmosphere every single night. And to see the portable six, as I like to call it, people making their way up 95 or whatever to get here and create an atmosphere here, and I'm sure there's even be more showing up tomorrow. So we got some of the best fans in college basketball, and that was on display tonight.
Dave, last one.
Question for Ante. Could you address what was working for you this evening and how important it was for you guys to get the effort that you did this evening?
Yeah, I thought we did great job defensively coming into the game, as Coach said. 22-2 run. We were really on defensive end, doing great stuff. We were talking about in scouting, controlling defensive rebound, playing hard on offense, distributing the ball, ball movement, taking good shots. So I think we overall played a really good game against a very talented team. You know, it doesn't really matter the game before how the game ended. So yeah, we're looking forward to game tomorrow. Got to get some rest now, and
All right, thanks, guys.
I had the raise hand function up.
Didn't
Am I
show up.
ready?
It didn't show up for me. Scott, we'll get to one from you, and then we'll wrap up.
Sounds great. It's just for both of you. When you look forward, this is your first delve now into tournament play. It's turn around and do it again tomorrow. I guess for Ante, I mean, this is your first time playing in March. This is March Madness. Is it what you expected it to be? And what are your kind of like reactions to now? This is March. It's survive in advance.
yeah, it's a dream come true for me. Honestly, like a year ago this time, I couldn't imagine myself being here. So it's just a blessing. I thank God every day for it. I have amazing people around me, great team, great coaches who believe in me, and that really matters to me a lot. And like I said, I'm just blessed to be a part of this journey that we have here. I can't thank everybody enough. It's the team effort that we give every day, and I'm just trying to be a little piece of it, and I'm just grateful for it.
Did it feel like pressure or anything different walking out there for the first time, knowing that it's win or go home?
I wouldn't say it's a pressure, but those games, it's just you cannot afford to have a bad day at this point. It's a long season. We did the great stuff, but it's just these games when you cannot have a bad day. So I think we did a really good job of staying on top of our business today, and I think we hope we can do that tomorrow too, and on Tuesday. Okay.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.